What's up, film family? Welcome to the Film Room Podcast. My name is Scott,
My name's Dion.
and today we're a little bit late to the party because your boy was on vacation. I was out having a great time, but I'm back, and we're talking about Paul Thomas Anderson's very highly rated satirical action movie, One Battle After Another, starring Leonardo DiCaprio, Sean Penn, Benicio Del Toro, whole bunch of good actors, great actors, to be honest.
Yeah.
In this episode, we're going to be gathering some listener thoughts. We're going to enter our deep dive, giving our thoughts and opinions. Finish the episode with the Filmies, which is our award show. But first, as we
hmm
always do, we got to start with our general thoughts. General
General
thoughts.
thoughts.
Dion, what'd you think of One Battle After Another?
I think it was great. I think PTA proved again like how great he is at world building and like writing interesting characters. And it's a lot of really funny too. Like I was curious to see like when he was the fact that he was doing like an action movie. I was like, oh, that feels kind of different than we're
Mm.
used to seeing with this kind of movies. Usually they're a little more drama based, but yeah, no, I really enjoyed it. What were you? What were your thoughts?
Yeah, you're right. I think this is his only action movie. I don't think any
Yeah,
of
no, I think
his.
so.
I mean, if you put it in a specific category, I mean, this movie you don't even necessarily have to put it in an action
Yeah,
category. It could very easily just be like a comedy, a satire, and
true.
all those things.
Yeah.
But I really liked it too. I loved it. I think it's maybe being a little boosted. Like people
Mm.
are talking about it as a modern masterpiece, and it's like
Yeah.
it's a great movie. I had a really good time. I
Yeah.
thought it was funny. I thought it was unpredictable.
Yeah.
Very fast paced, fun characters. There was great filmmaking. PTA was in his bag. I have three specific moments that I want to get into when we enter
Okay.
our deep
Yeah.
dive. Um, I think he did a great job too with like a consistent tone,
Yeah.
which is a tough balance to do when you have like this satire. Like you can
Mhm.
easily just go overboard with it and have it be really, really jokey and like the plot doesn't make sense even at all, which is okay if that's what you're going for.
Yeah.
But he kind of kept it like decently grounded, but also like over the top. Like I thought it was a really good balance, and the tone was. It's easier said than done to have a consistent tone.
Oh yeah. No, I 100% agree. And there's definitely and I think to go to your point also too, just the being a little boosted. I do agree. And I always find it interesting that like again, I don't know if that was the case. We're kind of new at getting into like this community and stuff like that. But like I don't think things need to be identified as a masterpiece like in
Mm.
real time. You know what I mean? I feel like you can come back to those things kind of later.
Mm.
Because
Yeah, that's
because
a good
also I
point.
feel like when something for something to be a masterpiece, like I feel like you got to absorb it for a little bit, let it sit with you for a little bit. Like, can you rewatch it and then you keep okay? I know it's great, but like in
Yeah.
real time, I don't. People did that with Sinners too, where it's just like let's just let the movie breathe a little bit. I get it; it's like a good talking point, but
Yeah, I think that's a good point. I think you have to like especially masterpiece.
yeah,
That's such a grandiose statement that you have to let it breathe for a while. You have to I suppose like it's you can say you think it's a masterpiece, so you don't necessarily
hmm
have to let people see it and see what other people think and stuff like that. Like I think if you come out of a movie and you're like, "Holy shit, like I've never seen anything like that.
yeah,
That was such an experience. What a ride." Like maybe you could call it a masterpiece. Maybe it's worth going back a second time if you're going to call it that, but I mean, even there are movies that you come out of with that reaction, and I didn't come out of this movie with that. I came out being like, "Wow, that was a great movie. I had a great time," but not like a
yeah.
5 star, 6.5 star masterpiece.
No, 100%. And to me, like I guess everyone probably has a different definition of what a masterpiece is, but what I always deem something that's a masterpiece is usually the fact that like it's timeless.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And that's why I'm like, you gotta give it some time to breathe because like we're in the moment and like, yeah, it's good for right now, but like, is this movie gonna be good in 5, 10 years? You know what I mean? Certain movies you can go back and like they still hold up. Like there's certain movies that like are from the 60s or 70s or 80s. You go watch and I'm like, there's no nostalgia for me. I didn't grow up watching this. I'm watching this, and this is awesome.
Hmm.
Like to me, that's depending on what kind of movie it is. That can at least have put it in the conversation of like, okay, maybe this is a masterpiece because this came out 40 years ago, and I'm 29 now. I'm watching this, and I think it rocks.
Yeah, that's an interesting idea of like just people can have a different definition of masterpiece because like I think you could almost have like the way I think of a masterpiece is almost like one person's best work. So like,
Mm,
and one person's masterpiece is better than someone else's masterpiece, right? But everyone has like one
yeah.
masterpiece, like this is their one thing.
Yeah.
And PTA has a lot of good movies, so like if that's not your definition, you could say someone has multiple masterpieces,
Yeah.
then sure you could say that this is his masterpiece. But like uh by my definition, I mean I haven't even seen all of his movies, so I couldn't even say what his masterpiece is
Yeah.
yet. But I think time would then also be involved with that, like to kind of digest the movie and think about it more and be like, because when you come out of it, you're just like high on all the cool stuff, and maybe you
Yeah,
forget about
exactly.
like the stuff that wasn't as good.
Exactly. So I think that, yeah, that's a good point too. It's got to be a little bit of like a rewatch value and be able to go back into it, and not necessarily every movie you want to watch. Like, oh, I want to go watch that the next weekend again. Like, okay, like that's a sometimes it might be the case, but other times it's like, okay, no, we can sit on a little bit, I can come back, revisit it, and be like, okay, yeah, no, it's the movie is really that
And
good.
some movies are really good, but like not really a fun rewatch.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Yeah. All right. So should we ask the family what they thought?
Yeah, let's get into the family meeting.
I don't have friends. I got family.
All right. Welcome to the family meeting. This is the part of the show where we ask the listeners, the film family, what they thought of the movie. And uh, this week, actually, I didn't ask the question on Instagram because, like I said, I was away. So my boy Dion came through and he took charge. So he asked two questions, actually. Interesting. Two questions. I never thought of doing
Yeah, I
that.
don't know.
It's a good idea, though.
I don't know. Yeah. Well, I just figured to because it's a newer movie. Usually we just do the poll thing, but then I was also like, hey, let me see if I can throw something else in there, see if anybody bites, and if no one bit, then I'd be like, there was only one question
Yeah.
actually. Pretend like the second one didn't happen.
True. Well, the first question was just, have you seen it? I guess you're interested in. I mean, that's fair too. Like PTA has a lot of critically acclaimed and highly rated movies, but not a lot of box office success, like mainstream success. So,
No.
have you seen it? And as of the question, it was basically 50-50, yes and no. I
Mm.
mean, I saw that the movie's doing pretty well. It's got as of now 124 million at the box office, although the budget is his highest, around like one. There's always conflicting reports. Could be up to like
Yeah.
175. But do you think this movie will like overall make money?
I think probably down the road. I don't think it's gonna make its money in. Well, I don't even know how movies really make money now. Because before there'd be like DVD sales
Yeah,
and stuff like that. I don't know how much money they get when a streamer like purchases it, and then maybe they're making their money back from that and stuff like that. But
yeah. I don't know.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. I'm sure like a streamer purchases it for a
Yeah,
specific time frame, and then if they
yeah,
want it again, then yeah, they got to pay again. Like it's not like you buy it and now you can
yeah.
have this movie on your Netflix
No, for
forever.
sure.
But I don't think it's that much, really.
Yeah, probably not.
I don't
It's
know.
kind of like it's a rental basically. You're renting it for a little bit,
Yeah, yeah, I guess.
and then it goes to the next
And
thing.
the next thing you asked, this was an interesting question. What's your favorite Leo performance? We got a couple answers. We have our boy Kobe, no relation.
No relation.
He said The Departed. Thoughts?
No, that's a great. It's funny. I actually forgot about that because that's the crazy thing. There's so many Leo performances. That one before I put up the picture also just so everyone could get a reminder
Mm-hmm.
of all his movies. And even when I threw it up, I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about the. I didn't forget about the movie The Departed, but when I think of Leo, that's not like in like at least like the top four for me.
Yeah.
So like that's a good pick though. There's just a lot of heavy hitters in that movie. So you almost Leo doesn't like shine completely because there's just so many great
Yeah,
actors in
that's
that
what I was
movie.
gonna say. That's probably why you don't really think of him, because he's not. I guess he has a leading role, but it's not like he's the star. Like
Yeah,
it's him, Matt Damon, Jack Nicholas. So you have like these big names, and they're all doing really well. Like there's a lot of good performances in that movie, and I think Leo's performance is great too. I think, and his character, he has a lot to like convey, and like there's a lot of
yeah.
mystery around his character and stuff like that. So like
Mhm.
I think it's a good, well written character and a good performance. Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
good
no, I
pick.
agree. 100%.
We have our boy Jay Chinaz. He said Aviator, Wolf of Wall Street, and Gatsby. So he couldn't just pick one, to be fair. But he added a nice little footnote. He said he thrives when playing an unhinged rich guy. That's a
Yeah,
good
no,
point. What do you think of that?
It's a good point, and I remember when I was talking to Eloise about at least him bringing it back to like this movie. He's good at that, and he's also good at being like and playing like kind of like a pathetic
Mm,
character because he did that in this movie. He did it in what's it? Oh, in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, he's kind of
yep.
pathetic,
Yep.
and then also in Killers of the Flower Moon,
Mm.
which are all pretty recent roles for him, and he's just being pathetic. And then when he was younger, he could be a rich, unhinged. Now he's older, he's leaning into just
Honestly,
being
I
kind
think
of
the way it
pathetic.
is would be maybe is the, like actors in choosing roles. They don't want to choose someone that's pathetic. They want,
Yeah.
but now that he's a well-established star, like no one's,
Mhm.
if he takes a pathetic role, you're not going to be like, oh, this guy's a loser. Like he's not a good actor. He's a
Yeah.
loser. Like it's Leonardo DiCaprio. We know he's a good actor.
Yeah.
But like early on in your career, you might not want to do that. So maybe that's
No,
why.
that's true. Because you want to get pigeonholed,
Exactly.
aka Joaquin
Yeah,
Phoenix.
exactly. Although
That's his
he's
bread and
yeah,
butter,
that is
man.
his bread and butter. Although, but he's carved out a pretty good career for himself. He's a great actor
No, he
too.
has. He
Maybe it's just a
has.
little harder to do, but um. So, what do you think then? What's your favorite Leo performance?
I honestly couldn't. I couldn't. I'm kind of like Jacob on that. Like I couldn't narrow it
Okay,
down.
give me like a
I, I'd
top three
probably
then.
lean. I'd probably lean somewhere in like I really love his character in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Okay,
I think he's really great in that, and I just think he's hilarious. Like how unhinged he is in Wolf of Wall Street. If I had to pick two, those are probably the ones that would be like top for me. Just in those performances are so memorable.
okay.
And Kurt, what about
I
you?
think it's funny because he like like we said, what Jay said. He named these three movies and said he thrives when playing an unhinged rich guy. My favorite performance is also an unhinged rich guy. In Django. I think he's
Mm,
great in Django. I think he's very like unnerving, but also I mean it's a great character. It's a Tarantino character. It's gonna be phenomenal. But like
yeah.
he also kind of felt like a good guy for a bit, like when we're first introduced to him.
Mm,
So I think like he does a great job of playing the character so that we're not sure kind of where he's going, like if he's a good guy or not. And ultimately, we find out, what he actually is doing and who he actually is. But like, I think he's really almost loose in that character, and
yeah.
like unhinged again, and like very like Wolf of
Yeah.
Wall Street. I think
It's
is
a great
very
word.
intense. I think he's a little more nuanced in that
Mm.
role.
No, that's true. That is a good point. No, I 100% agree on that. I have to rewatch those movies. I haven't seen them in a bit, but just from remembering the main point, it's like yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
That's a good pick though.
yeah.
I like that pick.
But I mean, he's a great actor, so you can't really go wrong.
Yeah, no, for sure.
All right, so entering the deep dive. So we're gonna give our thoughts and opinions on the movie. So I wanted to start with my viewing experience. So
Yeah.
as we talked about, I was just on vacation. I was in London for opening weekend, and I got tickets to the BFI IMAX, which is the British Film Institute IMAX screen. It is the biggest screen in the UK. I looked it up, 20 meters by 26 meters. Now I don't know if that like I didn't really look up how that compares to other like IMAX screens. I probably should have, but
Mm,
it was freaking massive. Biggest screen I've ever seen anything on. It's actually really cool. The theater itself too. It's in like the middle of a roundabout, so you can't just like
mm.
cross the street to it. You have to go underground and cross.
Oh.
Yeah, you have to cross like under the street, and then there's like an open air ring around the theater. Like there's a gap between the road and
Mm.
the theater itself, and there's all this like foliage grown in. I sent you a picture. You can take a look at it kind of.
Yeah.
And
Mm.
it's just really cool. And I'll throw it up on the screen if you want to go look on YouTube.
Yeah. Oh no, this is
And then
sick.
you walk in and there's like this lounge area where there's like a bar where they're serving like drinks and snacks and
Mm.
stuff. And then you go upstairs to like the concession stand. And then when you walk into the theater itself, you walk in this out of this tiny doorway. I sent you a video of this.
Yeah, and I'm like watching
Yeah,
the
so
video
you
as you're
walk out of this
describing
doorway
it.
and you're right at the bottom of the screen. You're right in front of the screen, right at the
Mm.
bottom of it, and you look up and it's just this ginormous movie screen. I took a video on my phone. I'll try to put it on YouTube. I think I'll be able to, but and my phone gets like a quarter of the screen. Like it's just ridiculous. My phone gets
Yeah, no,
none
it's
of it,
so hard. Yeah,
but with like your
I could
peripheral
imagine.
vision, you could see it all, and it's a spectacle. And then you go up to your seats, and it was a crazy theater experience. Actually, the only IMAX screening outside of North America.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Not really sure why, but that's what there was a guy that came on the mic before the movie started and gave a little speech and yeah. So that was really cool. That was cool.
No, that's dope. I was trying to think. As you were saying that, I'm thinking, I'm like, how many IMAX screens are global? Like, I don't know if that's even that weird. Like, do they have them in like India and like Japan and stuff like that? Do they have IMAX screens? I actually don't even know.
I never looked it up, but I feel like you, especially in the big cities, like there's got to be in like Paris and Tokyo and
Yeah.
Amsterdam and like all these big cities. I would imagine would have IMAX screens.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I don't actually know the answer, but that's cool that you got that experience. Was it like one of those like the screen kind of curved,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. The screen
Yeah.
curved and like, but it was weird too because there was no previews or ads before the movie. Like you walk in and it was just like a rolling like PowerPoint basically of movie posters or the actors of the film. Like it was just one battle after another, so different posters of it with different
Yeah.
specific characters and stuff like that, just getting you excited, I guess, for the movie, but like no
Mm.
previews, which was interesting.
Maybe it could, was it, do you know if it was on film? Like the one that you
Yes,
watched? Did you
it
watch the film
was.
version? So that's why. Usually when they do like film, because I saw Dune, like Dune 2 on film, and I can't remember the other movie I saw. I've seen a couple movies like on like the IMAX film like projection, usually the 7 millimeter, and they don't have previews before. And I think it's just because of the setup.
Yeah,
Because they're like, we already got this film locked in. We're not taking this out just to play some ads. It's like we're just gonna
but I
do
figure
the
you could
movie.
have like a secondary projector that just does like just for your ads and you
Yeah.
turn that off. And because I've been in other theaters that are playing film and there's like that couple seconds after the preview ends and then you see like a blip on the screen or whatever as like they get the other projector started or like start the film up or whatever and then the movie actually starts. So
Mhm.
like I feel like it's not that hard. I don't know.
No, I don't know. I guess we gotta ask the Cineplex worker one of these
Yeah.
days
Yeah.
how that works out.
True.
Because I'm actually kind of curious. Yeah, because yeah, you'd think it would just be like have the laser and then have the film and then just go
Yeah, because
after you're
but
done
I
with the
know it
laser
was
stuff.
filmed for a fact because there was some points in the movie where like a like a speck of dust like gets between the film and the projector
Oh,
and then it stays there for a little bit and then
yeah.
it goes away. I was
Yeah.
because I feel like it just adds to like the charm of watching a movie on
No, for
film.
sure. No, 100%. I agree. No, that's awesome that you got that experience.
So
I gotta hit that up.
yeah, yeah. I mean, if anyone's listening from London, if you haven't gone to BFI, do it. It's freaking crazy. I mean, I know they have a lot of premieres there with like Tom Cruise when the last Mission
Mission
Impossible came
Impossible.
out. He was like
Mm,
on the roof of the building to promo it because
insane.
as Tom Cruise does. So
Yeah.
it's a pretty big deal. It was cool.
No, it's
So
dope.
what did you? What's your first point about the movie itself? What'd you think?
Uh, I was kind of talking about it earlier in my general thoughts. How I said I liked the world
Mm,
building, and that's one of my favorite things. I liked the world that was built within the movie of, and we got like these three different points too. Like we are kind of following. We had Bob's journey, and we know him in the French 75, like their whole like community and what they're kind of going through. And then we meet Sensei. We kind of get the sense of it from the trailer, so we know he's doing a little more, or he's kind of involved in it. But he's got his own thing going on, and then also like with Lockjaw, and he's got like his kind of inner circle group. So we're kind of seeing like these three different dynamics. Like these guys are all have like these underlying things, are just kind of living under society. That if you're just a regular person, you don't even know about these things. I thought that was kind of cool how we got those three different perspectives.
yeah, that's interesting. And I mean, I guess you could say per like Beverly Perfidia, like the mom, basically.
Yeah,
Perfidia.
yeah, yeah.
She kind of gets
Teyana Taylor's
yeah,
character.
exactly. So she got her own story. I guess she kind of falls into Bob and the Lockjaws.
Willa. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean, well, honestly, not really much with Willa because she kind of she leaves as soon as Willa is born, right? But like, um,
Yeah, no, that's
but I
true.
thought like the whole first act with the whole French 75 setup, like setting up all those characters, was done really really well, and the world building is an interesting point too of just the French 75 itself, and then the
Mhm.
military and how like there wasn't really much coverage on like the police or anyone going after them, but it was
Yeah.
just Lockjaw. But you're right, like having
Mm.
those three specific point of views was done super well.
Yeah, and I'm curious, what was your issue? Like, did you have like a favorite aspect? Like when they were going, it's probably the Bob and Sensei stuff, right? Like whenever they're coming to that, or versus when they flip back to the Lockjaw stuff. I don't know if you were what your thoughts on were like the Lockjaw's kind of plot and trying to be part of that. What was the name of that group he was trying to be? I
The
just call them an inner circle. Like I don't
Christmas
know.
Adventurers.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah. What did you think of him in that
I thought it
aspect?
was great, honestly. I thought it was like the satire was awesome in that side of
Yeah,
the story. I mean, throughout the whole movie, I talked about how consistent it was, but like with that side, like just making fun of those people, white supremacists, was just
yeah.
so funny. And
Hmm.
Sean Penn was amazing in this movie. Also,
Oh
like
yeah,
I gotta give him a
yeah,
shout out. Um, so Lockjaw, like trying to get into that was really funny, just showing how dumb these guys are. Like
oh yeah,
one of the three moments that I talked about that I thought PTA did super well in the filmmaking was the long take of Tim, who's like their
mhm,
assassin basically that goes out to like try and
yeah,
kill them. Him going like down in the basement and walking along this long tunnel to get to the meeting with the Christmas adventurers, like it builds up the whole scene, and this whole
yeah.
group is like this the secret hideout of these super intelligent group, and like they got to stay hidden, and like it's just a big deal. And then you enter the room and it's
Mhm.
just like four dumbasses sitting at a desk like saying the
Yeah,
dumbest stuff
exactly.
unimaginable. I love it.
Yeah, no, I like to go to your point earlier too. Like I like that balance that it stays throughout, where it's like part of you's wondering like, okay, like are we gonna get like a tonal shift? Like now that these guys are involved, it's gonna be kind of serious. But and then as they're talking, even though like they're talking about like serious things, there's all these little elements of them just saying really stupid stuff, and it's like, okay, no, these guys are just idiots, man.
Yeah, I feel like that's how he kind of says what he wants to say or makes fun of them, is like you said, they're saying talking about serious things, but then saying the dumbest stuff to just show like, okay, this is what the the subject that I want to talk about, and this is what I think about it. These guys are
Mhm.
morons. So like when he walks into that thing and he's like, "Oh, we got information that he has a mixed race child." And he's like, "What's the mix?" I'm sorry to say, it's not good. Black.
Yeah,
And it
yeah,
was like,
yeah.
what would have been good to them? Like nothing. What would have been
Yeah,
good?
I know. I know, 100%.
Oh man.
Maybe if there was like another version of like, oh, the other half part's like Scottish or something, and you're
Mm.
like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, true.
It's not American, but we'll deal with it. I don't know. Realistically, there probably would have been no good mix.
Exactly. Yeah.
They didn't want to hear that one. They didn't want to hear that
Oh,
one.
it's not good. And then they're like, "Oh, we got to take out this town." It's like, "What? This is the town of like this chicken shop. There might be a chicken nugget shortage." Yes, that's a real possibility. Like, just so stupid. I love that side of the.
No, it's so
But you're right. Like the other side with Bob and Sensei. Like he also made fun of the left, I want to say, as well, right? Like
mm,
this movie is very political just in its subject matter. It's a
yeah,
right wing white
mm,
supremacist group and then a left wing revolutionary group.
yeah,
But he didn't only make fun of one side. So I
mm,
think, the just with Leo being, well, Bob being a total buffoon, and like basically like
yeah,
he doesn't save his daughter at all. She saves herself, and
yeah.
it's just we're just following the story of all of his getting up to all these hijinks, which is just hilarious.
Mm.
But like I think he did a good job of that too, just like making fun of both sides.
Oh no, 100%. And Leo's character is just on that line of being like so pathetic and being so, like he just becomes like a pothead, and he's just all the time he's just like when we first see him the 16 years he's smoking and stuff like that, but he still knows like at least enough to like get him through the movie, but at the end of the day he's kind of like he's falling into his every successful thing that could possibly happen to him to help him on his journey.
Yeah, like he fall.
Literally
I was
falling
gonna
off a
say, yeah,
roof.
falls off the roof, gets tased, and then gets arrested, and we're like, okay, like how's he gonna get out of this? Like he's
Yeah.
not like he's Jason Bourne, and we're like, okay, he's gonna escape and like he'll be
Nah.
fine. Like he's a moron. Like he's done. And then no, he has Sensei to save his
Yeah.
ass, and he's just like along for the ride. But you're right, he does it. He also does have like some competence. Like steals a car, hot wires it, asks questions to try and find out where his daughter is. So like he still does a little bit, but like just enough to not be a total moron. But it's so funny. I love that
Oh,
dynamic.
and like the funny bit too with the one of my favorite bits that was killing me is the whole phone charger thing.
Oh yeah.
As he's trying to charge his phone, like it's like for like 3 scenes every time he's in a room.
Yep.
And he's just like, "Yo, get off the phone." He's like, I'm trying to charge it. God damn.
I need this like
I'm not on it.
ancient 50-year-old cell phone because they're
Yeah.
tapping all my other stuff. That was the second of my 3 moments actually of PTA in his bag. I'm weaving these in throughout. Look at
Oh,
look at
okay.
me go seamless.
Okay, yeah.
So the long take of Bob and Sensei through all the rooms and buildings when the cops start the raid, right? And then so Sensei's trying to save all of his friends and family, and
Yeah.
Bob's just like plugging in his phone. Then he's like, no, we got to go up over here. We got to keep going. He unplugs it. There's like, was there a plug over here? And he's just unplugging his phone, going crazy. And like but I think what's so good about it from PTA specifically is that there's lots of people in and out of this
Yeah.
take, and it's people that are very edgy, right? Because they're like, I don't know, where are we going? What are we supposed to do? What's happening? And Sensei's so calm. He's like, don't worry, you go over here, you go over there. This is what's going to happen. You're going to meet up with that person. And Bob's just like one of those psychos just running around trying to plug his phone in. So like it works so perfectly against each other, showing Bob being a complete buffoon and the Sensei just being so calm and prepared for an event like this. It was a great scene.
Yeah, and yeah, that I did find that so fascinating. Throughout all adversity in the movie, Sensei never nervous. Like even when Bob had to do the tuck and roll of the car, things with the cops, like at no point did he ever show any kind of fear or like, oh snap. Like it just felt like he's like, nah, I got a plan for that. Like he's like, I'm already thinking 5 steps ahead.
Yeah, and like bad stuff will happen, or like he loses his gun, like he gets Bob on the roof with those guys, and he's like, okay, take him across and get him over to here. And then he finds out that he fell off the roof and got tased and arrested, and then he's like, okay, here's what we're gonna do about it. Like, so
Yeah.
that it's not like he had a plan for that. Well, maybe he did, but I was like, I felt like he was just like a master of improvisation, because like his plan was to get Bob on the roof and out to safety, and then that
Yeah.
didn't go to plan, so he had to improvise and do something else. But he was just so cool.
Yeah, no, that's also a wild thing too. I was thinking of like these guys that are roof hopping with Bob. Why do you think this 40-year-old dude is going to be able to make that jump? Like, why don't you give him an easier route?
I mean, there is no
warning,
easier
too.
route.
I feel like he didn't know. I don't think he knew how big the jump was. They didn't turn on and be like, "Yo, this is a big one, by the way." Like,
oh man,
he did. He wasn't even close.
No.
He like made a halfway. That was a big fall too, man. The tree broke his fall, which not a great thing to get to break your fall.
No, he ate shit. No, that was a tough fall for sure.
Oh yeah.
Then he just gets up, and I did not see the tase
Immediately
coming.
gets tased.
Like it wasn't like
No, me neither. Shook
yeah,
me.
like there was, like I said, this movie's very unpredictable. Another thing was like
Yeah.
when Lockjaw, like when Beverly Perfidia, I'm just gonna call her Teyana.
Yeah.
Because what do they even really call her?
Character.
What do they?
Oh, yeah, I forget. Like everyone has like the little nicknames. You can just call it. Yeah, call it whatever you want. I know what you're talking about.
The mom, Teyana Taylor, when she rats out on the French 75, right? Gives them all up, and then there's the girl that's walking in like the grocery store, and then she sees that she's being followed. I thought she was just gonna get arrested. Opens the door, gets her head blown off. I was like, what?
I know. Yeah, I know. This, like you said earlier, this movie is very unpredictable. There's so many elements that where you're just like, okay, yeah, this is probably gonna happen. Like even like with the friends flipping, like it's just like little stuff of like, oh, she doesn't have a phone, her dad's not have her phone. You just as a viewer, you immediately believe him. It's like, yeah, why would with your part of this whole thing, you wouldn't have your kid have a phone?
Mm-hmm.
And then the kids flip, and I was like, oh, she actually does have a phone. Like even just like little stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, that surprised me.
Yeah,
because I didn't. It made sense that like, well, yeah, she wouldn't have a phone, but it also makes sense that like a teenage kid would secretly have a
exactly. Phone. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it does make sense, but you also are in this world with the French 75 where everyone's super careful about everything. They have all these code words and everything, so yeah, no, you don't want to have a phone. The government's going to be following you. But at the same time, like when she's born, Bob stops his involvement with it. So she wasn't really a part of it. She was never really a
Mm,
part of it. So maybe she was just like, come on, dad. Like, yeah, the government's going to be hacking my phone. No, they're not. Why would they do that? Like, my dad's just being
yeah.
overprotective. So I'll secretly have my own phone, which makes sense. But
No, for
we don't
sure.
think that because we know that it's real. And
Hmm.
more elements of unpredictability is just because Bob is so frantic. Like he could literally do
Yeah.
anything. Like in any scenario, we're
Hmm.
not just like, okay, he's gonna do this because this is who he is. He's just a crazy dude that doesn't know what the hell's going on. So any scenario that happens, it can go in any direction. And this movie does a great job of like actually going in those directions and then figuring it out from there. I love that.
Yeah, no, me too. And even when he got tased and he got arrested, part of me was thinking, I was like, oh snap, like he's done. How's he getting out of this? But then I'm realizing like, oh, they were just collecting like everybody that was just within these riots. Like they didn't actually know who he
Right.
was. My thought it was like, oh, they knew who he was and they got him. It's like, all right, now he's done. But then once the dude started saying like he had the thing, which was a funny bit too. When the guy questioned was like, "Sir, what's your name?" As well, last name Parker, Peter Parker, and he's just like, he's like, oh, he's like, who are you? He's like, I'm Batman,
Yeah.
and he's just like, sir, seriously, and it's just that whole bit was funny. But I was like, oh yeah, they don't actually know who he is, so like, I don't know how he's gonna get out of this still, but this is, but then we get the what's it called? I don't know, was she a social worker? I don't know. The lady was asked, or she was like a
Yeah,
doctor
I guess she was like
that was asking him.
a nurse or whatever, but she was I feel like I get I've we saw this movie. Well, I did anyways a couple weeks ago, and we're
Mm,
recording this now. Like normally we record like right after watching it. It's been a couple
yeah.
days, so there's maybe specific little things that I'm forgetting, but I feel like we
Mm,
saw her with the sensei or with the French
sensei.
75 at some point before then. I feel like we did.
You might be right. Like somewhere like in that convenience store, like in the upstairs or whatever.
Yeah,
She might have been in there. I don't know actually remember either.
no.
Maybe.
But then she
But it still surprised me
yeah,
though.
but just when she gives like the nod, when she's like, "Are you?
Yeah.
Is this who you are? Like, are you diabetic?" Nods her
Mhm.
head, like say yes. Like, oh, did you not get your insulin today, or
Your
whatever it
insulin, and
was?
she's just like,
Yeah, I was like, oh snap, she's in on it. Oh, this is perfect.
yeah.
And then Sensei's
I-
outside with a car and a 6-pack of beer. I'm just like, hell yeah.
yeah, I know. I know it's so awesome. Like, yeah, the nurse comes in, she's like, you're gonna go out the bathroom and like right now. He's
Yep.
like, right now? Right now. I was like, all right, damn. Just
So unpredictable. What a wild ride this movie was. Another thing was that I don't know if you noticed this, but there's like constant music throughout this movie. The score is just
yeah,
all the time. And
yeah.
my thought of maybe why he did this, I think it fit the tone super well of the movie of just like again like yeah, like there's some real stuff going on, corruption, but it's also a little bit juiced up and satirical. And I think the music really fit that. The score was just like boom,
Hmm.
boom, boom, boom. Like it almost adds like an element of
Yeah.
like whimsy, like an unserious mystery of like when he's looking for different things or like we don't know what's going on. It's the mystery, but it also has the tone of like there's no stakes really in this movie
Yeah.
because we just
Mm.
like feel like everything's gonna work out for this guy because everything is working out for this guy. It's almost like that Jack Sparrow thing
In what
in the
sense?
sense of like that guy just does boneheaded things too, and he just like
Oh
someone
yeah.
swings into him and gives him a rope, and then he can swing to the other ship, and you know what I mean? Like it just like
That's a
things
good, yeah,
happen
that's a
for
great
him.
comparison. That's a great comparison. I think we probably talked about that
We
when we did
did,
our Pirates of the Caribbean episode.
yeah,
Yeah. But no, that it is very much like that. He is like a little bit of planning, and Jack kind of has that similar thing too. Like even the fact that there's like a underground like tunnel for him to get out of his
right.
house and then make his way through. And like he just knows how to hotwire because which makes sense. Like, yeah, no, I really like that comparison. That's a good
I
comparison.
didn't think
There's a
about it
Jack
till just
Sparrow
now,
aspect,
but
like,
yeah, I think it makes
yeah.
a lot of sense. You're right, like the hot wiring, it makes sense because he was like the bomb guy when he was doing the stuff for the French
Yeah.
75, right? He was laying the wires and everything and teaching her how to set the trap of the bomb, which leads me
Mhm.
actually to a Family Guy moment. Got a shout out
Oh, okay.
when maybe you don't remember this, but when they plant all the bombs in the bathroom,
Mhm.
remember, and then she gets caught
Oh yeah, by
by
Lockjaw.
Lockjaw, and then he gets her to like hook up with him in this hotel. But when they come out of the bathroom, she doesn't tell Bob or anyone, but he says,
Yeah.
from this point on, it'll be one battle after another.
Ah, yeah, true, true, true. Now, yeah,
Yeah,
now I do
he
remember
said
that.
it. He
Yeah.
said it.
I didn't take note of that, but yeah, I was like that. Now I remember it. Now you're saying it.
And
That was good. You had to have it in
yeah,
there.
and then the like when they do hook up in the hotel, and then the baby came. Did you were you
Mm.
thinking were you that maybe it was his? Were you on that
I
line?
was gonna ask you that too. Like, I feel like it's definitely one of those things where when you see it happen and she's born, I'm like, okay, there's a chance that that could be Lockjaw's like kid. And I feel like when you watch the movie, like you literally could say, like, this story could go both ways.
Mm-hmm.
Like he could go through all this and be like, oh, you're not actually my kid, and he could be angry about it because maybe he was kind of wanted it to be his kid a little bit because he loved her and stuff like that. And he want to have that connection with her. But then also it works as like, oh no, that's his kid, and now I have to do what I have to do to get rid of her and whatnot. So I was kind of sitting on the fence. I'm like, because they didn't show it, so they definitely left that mystery. And then obviously like how they handled it with doing like the DNA test
Mm-hmm.
and all that. But I wasn't sure, to be honest. Like I wasn't leaning like that's 100% his kid, because I was like, I'm not gonna say 100% because the story could continue and it not be his
For
kid.
sure.
It could just be like false thing in the movie. How,
Yeah.
how did you think about it,
Yeah, I
or
didn't
what
even
were you
like
thinking about that subplot?
when they hook up in the hotel. I guess I didn't really even think about it right away. But then
Mm-hmm.
like as when they introduced that, like, oh, he hooked up with a black woman and there's a mixed race baby and it could be
Mm-hmm.
his, and then I was like, oh yeah, that could be
Yeah.
his. And then I was the same as you. I was really on the like it very easily could have gone either way because we had already
Mhm.
seen in this movie up until this point when they're doing the DNA test, the movie has gone in plenty of different directions. So like
Yeah.
I was not predicting anything because it was so unpredictable. I was like, could be his, and then he's going to be pissed. But like even if it wasn't his, he said, okay, then I'll let you go. And then I guess he could say to the Christmas adventurers, like, no, it's not my kid. See, like, we didn't actually ever hook up. Or he just like does his same story that he got reverse raped and everything. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah,
everything about this
yeah.
movie
He's
is.
like, and then the guy's like, semen demon.
I mean, in his defense, when they meet for the first time, like Teyana Taylor's character and Lockjaw,
Yeah.
she was the one to like initiate the weird sexual stuff.
Yeah, no, that's true. No, 100%.
So
So yeah, he does have some merit there, but yeah, you didn't know what kind of situation, because it seemed like more of a dominatrix thing. This guy got a gun up his butt, so I was thinking they didn't have sex. There was no penetration on his end because he just wanted to get like dominated or something. So that's why in my head I'm like, well, I don't know. Did they actually have regular sex? Like I don't know.
that's
They didn't
true.
show it, and like they left it open. I think because like so we could see later. Like, all right, now we're finding out just like everybody else. Like, is it actually the same DNA or not? And turns out to be the case.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Like you're right. In the scene itself, we don't see any regular. Yeah, you're right. So we just had no idea. Maybe that's why, like when they had sex, I didn't really think of it because I was maybe thinking the same thing. Like he didn't even have sex with her. She was just like doing this stuff to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like even my other thought too was when well, this is just a funny scene. It was like when you think, well, because we obviously know who Lockjaw is, but Bob doesn't really. So like when they're in the grocery store, he's like, "Oh, you have a daughter? What's her name?" It's like sounds like a black name. And you gotta imagine Bob's like like who is this guy? He's like, "Do you love black women?" I love them.
Yeah.
And he's just like, "All
Yeah.
right, have a great day, sir." Like, what's going on here?
Totally unhinged. But yeah, like, but again, like, shout out to Sean Penn. Like, he went for it in this performance. Like, he changed
Oh,
his
he
whole
did.
voice and the way he walked too. Like, he walked like he had a
Oh
stick
yeah,
up
that
his
little.
ass the whole time.
Yeah.
Like, he just like, and his mouth was constantly moving too. Like, he was just sitting
Yeah.
there and like, I don't even know if that was like if he's supposed to be pissed off or if this is just like what he
Mhm.
does. But I thought it was a great performance and like a moment like that is a reason why where it's just like what the fuck is wrong with this guy? Like who would
Yeah,
say
no,
that to a random person in a grocery store?
no, 100%, 100%. That's absolutely hilarious. I'm curious what do you think of how it ended, like how, well, I don't have to jump all the way to the end, but I guess more so like Teyana Taylor's character. Like, what did you think of like her character? Did you like her?
Mm,
Did you not like her? Because I feel like she does a lot in the movie that's not really likable,
yeah,
but she's also part of like the main like side that we're supposed to be, I guess, like rooting for.
yeah,
And I feel like her character is pretty complex in that sense. I'm curious what you thought of her
yeah.
character in the
It's a
movie.
good question. I was thinking the same thing. Like overall, I didn't really like her. She's not really supposed to be likable. She abandons her child
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
presumed father of the child right as soon as they're born. So, you're not really supposed to like her, I guess.
Hmm.
But at the same time, she's had gone through complex things. She was basically like coerced and blackmailed into having sex with this person that she doesn't want to. Like that's a big
Yeah.
deal. She's obviously been committing these crazy crimes, and like she is a pretty unhinged individual. She's like 9 months pregnant with this big belly and wailing on an AK-47. Like
Yeah.
she's pretty
Exactly.
wild. So it makes sense that she's not just like, okay, now I have a kid, I'm just gonna sit down and be a regular mom. Like it makes sense.
Hmm.
And then she also plays Lockjaw too, right? Gets into the witness protection, leaves that note, "This pussy don't pop for you," and
Yeah.
then escape. I
Yeah.
was wondering if she was gonna come back at the end. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Same. That was a big surprise to me too. I didn't. And then to me, like the letter, like I don't know. I was like, I'm surprised that Bob and Willa's reaction was like the way it was,
Mm,
because not only did she abandon, she also snitched
yeah,
on them. And like I had mixed feelings on the like the whole letter reading things, because I was just like, did she deserve your guys' like sympathy? I don't know.
but but even from the reaction, it wasn't really like, okay, let's go find her and like be a family. It was like they
Hmm.
accepted it, I think, but I don't think it was like all the way like, okay, I forgive everything you've done and like we're totally cool,
Yeah.
because it was big, like you said, like she abandoned them and snitched on them. Like that's a pretty
Yeah.
big deal. So
No, for
it
sure.
really was kind of like, oh, I'm accepting of what she was, but like you're my parent, like you're my dad. And then
Yeah.
she kind of buys into him, and I guess what her mom did, because they both were like this whole revolutionary duo. And then because she then goes
Hmm.
on to this protest or whatever it was in Oakland, and Bob is now accepting of her going because she can clearly defend herself.
Yeah.
um so yeah, I don't know, I think it's left a little bit open of exactly how they feel about the letter.
Yeah, no, that probably is the case. Like, do you think the whole bank scene was like a self sabotage, in the sense of like, was she trying to get herself arrested? Like, why did she pop off on that guy? Like, I was trying to make sense of like why she even did that. Like, do you think she knew that Lockjaw was the father, and she was just like
Hmm.
I don't know. Like, what did you think about that? Well, first of all, did you think she knew? And then also, what do you think? What was the reason you think she popped off in the bank? Just in your
Do I
opinion.
think she knew? I never really thought about it, but I maybe, honestly, like maybe that's why she's like, no, I can't stay here. I can't be with you, because like
Hmm.
she'll have to constantly lie to him day after day after day after day, being
Yeah.
like about this being his daughter. And she's like, no,
Hmm.
I can't do that. So maybe she knew. And as far as the bank, I mean, in her defense, the guy did reach for the gun, but I
Yeah.
think it just fits who she is. She just is like a firecracker. Like she
Yeah.
would be the one that would pop off unexpectedly.
Hmm. Yeah. No, for sure. Part of me was thinking, I was like, I don't know if it didn't. I was just thinking of it in the moment. I don't know
Hmm.
if it was self sabotage or not. Where she just like, I just don't. Part of her is like, I don't want to do this life anymore. And like, I don't know if she was thinking that far ahead. Like, I'm gonna snitch and try to get a deal or anything. Like, I don't think she was thinking that far ahead. But part of me just wonders, because it just felt so reckless for a group that was so strategized and so thought out.
Yeah.
Like, just popping a dude just seemed like not what they usually do.
Right. No, no, you're right. It never was, but I think things for her were different after the baby was born, because
Yeah,
Bob wasn't there
no, that
anymore.
makes
Maybe that's
sense.
something too. Like he was kind of like that calming factor in her life. Like
Mhm.
at this, whenever they go on these jobs or like do these missions or whatever, like he's there to kind of like keep her level headed. now that he's not there, so
Yeah.
she can just pop off more.
Mm.
I don't know.
No, that's a good point. No, it's a good point.
My last moment of PTA in his bag. That's like the
Okay, yeah.
segment for this episode for me. PTA in his bag.
Yeah, PTA in his bag. Yeah.
And it's the end. It's the rolling hills driving scene.
Oh,
Fantastic stuff. This is cinema. When this is happening, I was like, this is strap me in, inject this right into my veins. I'm loving this. Like, there's no words, there's no dialogue, there's just score and the visuals of going up a hill and we see something and then we go down a hill. We don't know if something is going to pop up. We don't know what's going to happen. And then she turns around and sees Bob on his car coming in. So now he's entered the scene because she was just getting chased by the one guy. And we're like, okay, how is she gonna get out of this? And then she turns around and we see Bob come in, and then that just changes the dynamic completely. Now there's three people in three different cars. He doesn't know exactly who's who and what's going on. Like, and the movie's been ridiculously unpredictable to this point. It's just like, what the hell is going to happen next? It's just like the suspense that it builds going up and down these hills and the feeling of excitement, not knowing where this is going to go or what's going to happen. Just A1 stuff.
Oh, 100%. I 100% completely agree. I made a point about that too. And it's one of those things where a car chase is such a classic thing in any kind of action movie. So to do something at this point in 2025 to have a car have a chase scene that's something that personally I've never seen. We've seen a lot of car chases. Like it felt so like original and it felt so just different. I was like, oh, this is interesting. Like playing with the hills like that, especially just the way it's shot. Like you could do this same thing but just shot differently. But it was such a great decision just to have it going, have the up and down. And you said like the score that was awesome. The whole movie just really added to that.
Yeah,
to that scene.
It's a fantastic scene, and I mean, honestly, like visually, the movie was really good. There's a lot of landscapes. I love a long take. I mentioned a couple of them. I just have so much respect for like all the work that goes into that, and like everything has to be perfect for like 3 straight minutes or whatever it is. Like I love a long take. And I mean, you mentioned like doing something new with a car chase. Yeah, that's so impressive to do. And I read that this wasn't part of the script, like the exact with the rolling hills thing. So apparently PTA was out on like a location scout, and he was like for a long time, and he was like, I don't know why I'm doing this. Like this sucks. Like I'm not really seeing anything. And then apparently he came across like this section of road with the hills, and then he got the idea for it, and he was like, okay, no, this is it. This is how I'm ending my movie. I just read that online. I don't know how real that is, but well done, PTA.
No, but either way, whether it is or not, he made the choice, and it's a great choice.
Yeah.
Like I thought it was, and just having that shock of like her stepping out of the car, and then the guy driving was like, "Oh crap!" getting smashed into the car, and then her like say the code, say they heard her popping off, and then that moment between her and Bob really had me wondering. I wasn't necessarily thinking that maybe she was gonna shoot him. Or maybe she would shoot him, but like, I don't know about necessarily killing him. But I was wondering, I was like, no, she's been through a lot today. And like maybe she's thinking, like, I don't even know if I can trust my dad, like get away from me. Like, I don't know if she just like reached like a breaking point and she was just gonna be like, get away from me. Like I'm running away. Like I was really wondering, I was like on the edge of my seat, like, what's gonna happen here? Like, I don't know. Cause she's completely vowed if she shoots him, to be honest, or if she just does something, I don't know, runs away or something, because like she's been through a lot in this one.
No, I completely agree. I was thinking like she might shoot him, like she really might, because I mean the whole movie Bob's like he doesn't know the codes, he keeps fucking up, right? So she asked for the code and I was expecting him to like not know it, like maybe he doesn't know the code, and then then she shoots him, and like I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know who's who. I don't know if I can trust you. Maybe you're someone in like in a costume of my dad or something. You know what I mean? Like, and also she just got a DNA test that's not her actual dad. So like, so maybe she's like, you were in on it this whole time. And like, I don't know if I could trust. So like, she very easily could have popped him. I had no idea what was going to happen. And then right after this, freaking Lockjaw steps back up and he's walking down the road. And I was like, this guy's not dead?
Oh, yeah. No. Yeah, that was a class. This man looked like the Terminator, man.
With that
half
stupid
his face
walk
falling off. Yeah. that was badass though. I'll give it to you. That's like some Terminator Michael Myers shit where like I threw him off a building and it's like, oh, where is he? And then he's just gone. It's like, are you kidding me? I thought we got rid of this guy. Like, what's going
I
on
thought for
here?
sure he was
And
dead.
oh, same. That was even a shock too. The way it was handled, where you guys just like just roll down the window. I thought it was gonna be like maybe of like step out of the car and maybe we're gonna see, and then he's gonna do something to him. But there's immediately just yo, roll down the window. What do you want? Bang.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, it was just like that. All right, cool.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean,
I'm
and then with Willa herself escaping, what'd you think of that? Like she was the guy, the tracker drops her off because he's like, no, I don't kill kids. So
yeah.
he drops her off, and then he's like gonna drive away, then decides not to, and comes back, and there's this whole shootout, and she escapes. What'd you think of that?
No, I thought that was really intense too. Like the way that was handled, where like he dropped her off, and then he was having a lot of second thoughts about it because he was like, "Is someone gonna come for me?" Like I don't know who you're involved with. Like the fact that someone wants me to kill a kid, there's like something crazy must be going on. So he's thinking about it the whole time, and even just after the fact, when Willa has to go back to get the keys, I was just like,
Mm,
"Oof." Like, is anyone left? Like, we don't know. So it's like you're on edge. I thought the way that scene was handled really well too. Like every from what I remember and from my notes, every scene always had like this element of like, oh man, like I don't know what's gonna happen here.
yeah,
Like I could see this going both ways.
yeah. No, I totally agree. I think like we mentioned, the constant score adds to that. Just adds that level of like uneasiness while it's
Yeah.
just playing in the background, and like slow motion, not slow motion, but slow movement of her slowly walking to the
Yeah.
house, grabbing a gun. She got to get the keys from the guy. We don't know who's left, if there's anyone left, what's going on. And
Hmm.
there's, like you said, in every scene, it's just what's going to happen. What's going to happen next?
Yeah.
Because it's just baked into every scene, so many different avenues that this could take. And so well done. What a story. Great movie.
Oh, 100%. And even just to go back to, there's one last point I want to say on the Willa thing,
Okay.
which justifying her just unease. Like, because when you really think about it, like throughout the whole movie, like, first of all, she just recently found out her mom's a rat. So she's just like, oh, like I was lied to about that. I don't know. And my dad lied to me about that. So I don't know. That's another reason why I don't know if I can trust him because he lied to me about that.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, he's protecting her, but like that was a lie. The lot finding out that I haven't, there's just a lot going on in her mind, finding out that like that's not her real father and like this guy's her real father. And even just the fact that like she only people that knew she had a phone were her friends. So the fact that she even like got that call, whatever, she's probably thinking like, oh damn, can I not trust my friends either? So there's just all these moments throughout the movie where she's just like, man, like I don't know who I can trust.
And not only that, that's a really good point. But I think something that adds to that too is that this is all brand new to her. Like Bob would have been
Yeah.
telling her, like, yeah, we did this crazy stuff and the government is, you know, has been looking for us forever. So we got to stay hidden. You can't have a phone. You got to have this
Mhm.
device so that if you hear it match up with another device, right? Like then you know you
Yeah.
could trust this person. Like all of these crazy things, but none of this stuff ever actually happened to her. So like
Yeah.
she heard about it and then it actually all popped off in like one day, and she's just like thrown into the deep end. So like you said, he's like, oh, can I trust my friends? Can I trust this person? I just found out my mom was a rat, and like I didn't even really know who she was, or she's never been around, and like there's just all of this crazy stuff that just happens like that for her. That props to her for not completely losing it. She survives the
A
day and
hundred
fights for
percent.
herself.
And it's wild to think that as the movie's like wrapping up, still wants to do this
Yeah,
stuff.
true.
If anything, I would have thought it'd be the exact opposite. Like, all right, we're separating ourselves from this world. Like, no more of that. She went through that day and said, you know what? I want to be part of the family
Yeah,
business.
exactly. I mean, she stood on
Like, it's
business
crazy.
when Lockjaw gets her in that room, right, and ties her up to the chair, and she's just like, she's not like, oh, like it's okay if I'm your daughter, I'll go with you and we'll be okay. Like trying to be safe. She's like, no, fuck you.
Yeah.
Fighting him
Yeah,
the whole
that's
time,
true.
spitting at him, all that shit.
And just like the one thing that killed me too is just the little pause, and she's just like, "Why is your shirt so tight?"
Well, I'm not a homosexual, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. She's like, I also see the lifts in your boots too.
Oh man, I love it.
Oh, he just
And
roasted him,
so
man.
the very end, I guess when Lockjaw, did you think he was gonna get accepted in, and then he gets gassed? What'd you think of that?
that was another situation where I was like, okay, I don't know what they're gonna do. They obviously know that their guy didn't come back, and then they're assuming that Will is still out there because I guess they don't really have any confirmation that she is or isn't.
Yeah.
But I didn't think they were gonna get him like that. It wasn't until the dude was like, "Oh, you know what? I gotta go grab him." I'm like, "All right, now he's done."
done. Yeah.
I didn't think they were gonna gas him, but yeah, no, that actually did surprise me. I don't know. Part of me was thinking, not like this is getting wrapped up for like a sequel. It's like, all right, your next mission is you must go get that girl or something like that. But part of me was just like, I don't know. I like a lot of the other sscenes in the movie. Like I could see this going either way. Either they kill him, or he has to do something for them going forward. And it's just like, this is your next mission kind of thing. I didn't know. It did surprise me
That
though.
could have been interesting, actually. Yeah, like setting up for a sequel, but also people are like always hate that sequel setup. I don't. I
Yeah,
don't hate a sequel setup,
yeah.
but I don't think PTA wants to do a sequel of this. Like it
No, I
totally
don't think
works
so.
as its own movie. Like what would it be? You got to go and kill the sensei or something, or you know what I
Yeah, I
mean?
don't know. Or you got to go kill Willa.
Yeah,
That's it's just continue of like trying to take down that girl or whatever
yeah,
it is.
true.
Yeah, I don't think it necessarily needs a sequel, and I don't know if I'd
No.
even necessarily want a sequel, but I just for whatever reason I wasn't sure if they were just gonna have Lockjaw because he just got so much screen time.
Hmm.
He was such a big part of the movie. I just wasn't sure if they just wanted to kill him or not.
Yeah. No, I mean, you're right. It definitely could have been, and I don't think we need a sequel either. But
No, no.
I definitely thought like he wasn't. There's no way they were gonna accept him in. Like they've literally been
Yeah,
spewing nothing but hate and like if they're not white American and straight, then we hate them. That's their whole
yeah,
mantra. So like they know that he has a biracial daughter, and they're like, "Oh, he got his dick dirty." Right? They're like,
yeah.
he can't be one of us. We got him running around and like he's putting a stain on our name. Like they said that the whole time. I was like, there's no way they're accepting him into this club. So when they were
Yeah.
luring him into the room, I guess I didn't know he was gonna get gas specifically, but I was like, nah, he's getting set up here.
Yeah, which I guess he has no close family or anything because the fact that he's about to get gas and burned, there's gonna be no trace of his body. It's gonna disappear. I
Yeah.
guess we didn't see any of him have to talk to any family and stuff like that, but I guess he doesn't have any because no one's gonna be looking for him.
I mean, he's like the general of this like ice or whatever, right? So like
Yeah,
clearly those people would be looking for him. Maybe he like
or,
resigned so he could join this Christmas adventure club or whatever, but
yeah,
I don't know.
or maybe that's just protocol. These guys know that like if someone goes missing, all right, they're just missing.
Yeah.
I guess he's just
True.
gone because there's probably a lot of nonsense that just goes on within that world. They're just like, "Where's Bob?" Is like, or like I won't say Bob because I actually care. Where's
Yeah.
Billy? It's just like I
Yeah.
don't know. It's like okay, I guess he's
I
gone.
think also like the people in this club are highly influential, so they would just like pull some
Yeah,
strings and get the stuff buried and
that's yeah,
I
100%.
think it's
They'd be
more
like,
that.
yeah, we just moved him. He's overseas now. He's not coming back.
Yeah.
And then they just have to accept it. I'm like, okay, I accept it. Don't ask questions. Don't look into it.
Yeah.
He's gone.
Yeah.
Like, all right, whatever you say.
Yeah, exactly. Did you have any facts or anything else you wanted to get to?
Um, no, I don't have any specific fact. I think, yeah. Do you have any final facts
I
or
did
anything?
not, but you said you have a game you want to play or something?
I do have a
Let's
game. It's a
play a
very simple
game.
game. Very simple game. The game is called Who Am I? And it's can you name the actor from one fact?
Hmm.
So it's going to be between Leo, Sean Penn, Benicio Del Toro, and Regina Hall.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you three questions. You have to get based off, or I'm going to say three facts, and you have to guess who it is. And at the end, I'll let you know the answers. I'll let you know if you got
Okay.
3 for 3 or
Okay.
not. So that's what you're pushing for. You're pushing for a perfect card.
Okay. So there's only 3, but there's 4 options. So one of them is not
Yeah,
on
3
the.
questions, 4 options.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Okay.
And could it be double? I'll give you that hint.
Oh shoot.
That it could maybe all facts are from one person. I don't know.
Okay.
It doesn't necessarily mean it's all
All
gonna be the same. So here we go. Who am I? In the first one is in the year 2000, I was in a movie that made 14 times its budget. Is that Leo, Sean Penn, Del Toro, or Regina Hall?
In 2000, 14 times. Damn. I'm guessing this is a small budget. I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna guess Del Toro.
Okay, it's a good guess. We'll go on to number 2. Again, I'll let you know the answers at the end. Number 2, who am I? I am the only person who has never been in a horror movie. Am I Leo? Am I Sean Penn, Del Toro, or Regina Hall?
Regina Hall.
Never been in a horror movie.
Regina Hall.
Okay. All right. Another good guess. Last one. I am the only person to appear in a Marvel movie. Who am I?
To appear in a Marvel movie. I want to say Sean Penn. I'm gonna guess Sean Penn.
Okay. So you got no answers
Damn.
correct.
Damn.
So the first one, in the year 2000, I was in a movie that made 14 times the budget. It was Regina Hall in Scary Movie, the first Scary Movie.
Okay.
The second one, I'm the only person who has never been in a horror movie, and it's Sean Penn.
Damn.
Leo was in Critters 3. Benicio was in Wolfman from 2010. And Regina, she's been in a couple actually. But I'll just say she was in one. All You Need Is One is a movie called Master that came in 2022.
Okay. Damn.
And then I'm the only person to appear in a Marvel movie, and it's Benicio Del Toro, which I didn't even realize.
Okay, wait. Tell
I
me what
completely
movie.
forgot.
Tell me what movie it is, and I'll see if I can remember like what it was.
He's the collector. He's in a bunch.
Oh, the collect. Oh, you're right. I
Yeah.
totally forgot.
I completely forgot he was the collector.
Yeah. I mean, he looks
doesn't
nothing
even
like
look like
him.
him.
Yeah, he's got the
Yeah,
whole
exactly.
white hair and the it doesn't look like anything like him.
That's why I picked that, because I was like, I don't think he's gonna get that unless he watched something recent, unless he watched a Marvel movie recently, because I was completely out
unless
of
you
my
watch
mind that he was in
Guardians
those
or
movies.
one of the Infinity Wars or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn.
But hey, next time. That's our first edition.
I like
of
that
Who Am
game
I?
though. That's cool. That's a good idea.
No, thank you. I appreciate that. You had your parlay thing. I didn't want to do your parlay. I was like, should I make a parlay? I'm like, no, that's Scott's thing. Like, I'm gonna try to see if I can find something else. So
I like that.
I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah.
Hopefully the film family, let me know if you guys like that, and we'll do it again sometime.
Very cool. But if there's nothing else, then it's time for the Filmies.
Let's get into the Filmies. Yes, it's that time. It's time for the Filmies. And if you're new to the show, the Filmies is part of the show where me and Scott give out 6 awards to the movie we just watched. And if we both pick the same person or thing for the award, it's deemed as certified. The first award that we have is our Ferris Bueller Award. And this is an award we give out, aka our Lazy Award, something that happened in the movie that we want to point out that it could be from the writer, director, any of the actors really, but it's all in jest and fun. And it's usually something just funny we want to point out. And Scott, who gets your Ferris Bueller Award?
I gave my Ferris Bueller to Willa.
Okay.
And it's for hiding her phone when Deandra picks her up at the dance, like at the school dance. Like, we talked about how I get as like a teenage girl, you know, your dad's gonna say, no, you can't have a phone. The government's out to get us, blah, blah, blah. You're gonna be like, okay, dad, yeah, whatever. Like, I'll get a secret phone. I get that. But then at this point, like, the military has now shown up. You have this device that, you know, your dad said if you match it up with someone, you could trust this person with your life. And like, she's even saying all the seriousness of the situation, right? She's like, no, this person is here. We got to go. Like, the military is here. Like, this is serious. And she asks, do you have a phone? And she says, no, I'm going to hide it. Why? Why are you doing that? Come on. Like, I get why you had it before.
No sense.
You know, your dad was just overprotective. Now it's serious. Give the phone up. Come on, Willa.
No, that cheesed me too, because I believed it. I was like, yeah, she doesn't have a phone.
Yeah.
Why would she? It makes sense.
Yeah.
And then when her friend folded, and then we hear the ring, I'm like, come on, why?
And Deandra looks at her. She's like, oh, give it to me.
Yeah.
Give it to me. Breaks it, throws it out the window, and she's like, you fucking idiot. Don't you dare lie to me ever again. Oh, come on,
Damn
Willa.
fool, man. Damn fool, man. Yeah, no, that cheesed me too.
So she gets my lazy word.
That's a good pick. That's a good pick. I didn't give it to her for that. I went with Virgil, who is the main assassin. That's the name of the main assassin guy that's trying to kill Lockjaw and Willa. Like part of the was it Christmas Club or whatever?
Christmas.
His name was Virgil.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I had to look it up because I didn't know. Did you know what his name was?
No, of course not.
Yeah, exactly. I had to look it up. And I gave it to him for not double tapping Lockjaw. For those that watched the Zombieland movie with me, Lockjaw's maybe Lockjaw is a zombie actually. The way he pulled up, he basically is a zombie. But it's literally being lazy enough to like you popped a dude in the car, and from what we know, he just went over and looked. He's like, yeah, he's probably dead.
Yeah.
Go down and double check. This is your whole reason. You drove all the way out there to kill the guy. You're not gonna double check.
How did he know where he was?
Heart rate or anything?
That's something.
How did he what?
How did he know where he was? Like you said, he drove all the way out there.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But regardless,
he would have known.
Would he have known?
Yeah,
I don't know.
No, he would have known that the ICE group went over to like the nuns and stuff like that. I think.
Yeah, you're right. I think.
But I don't know. But as far as like where he was after that, because after that, then he was on a solo mission trying to get rid of Willa. True. So I don't know how he would.
But anyways,
he was tracking him.
I think your point is very valid. Like you sent out here to do a job. You got to kill this guy. You're like part of the Christmas adventure. These are, like we said, like rich, influential people. Like you got to get this job done. You're not just like some Joe Blow assassin off the street. Like you should be the real deal.
No,
and you
100%.
show up, you shoot him, his car flips over. I mean, I would assume he's dead, but you should go check. You
got to double check just to be safe. You know what I mean? Like, well, not necessarily to be safe. Like you're worried about this guy coming back for you or anything. Because I don't think he didn't even have time to even register who shot him. Like it happened so fast.
Just, roll the window down.
Well, just roll the window.
I guess he saw who it was, maybe. Because why would he roll his window down for some random?
It's true. And it's kind of crazy now you think about, now that we're in on this, that he still wanted to join the crew after thinking like, yo, these guys should have popped me.
Damn, that's a really good point too.
Why did he want to still be part of these guys?
I guess he didn't know who that was, because there's no way he knew that it was them that tried to have him killed, because what we saw anyways from Lockjaw and the Christmas adventures at this point was he went and saw them at like this guy's, it was his daughter's wedding or something. Yeah. And there was the two of them, but we didn't see the old dude from that. There was like 3 other people at that meetup in the basement. We didn't see any of them, and neither did Lockjaw, I guess. So I guess he didn't know he was from them. So I guess he did roll his window down for a random.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Well, he did know that dude though. That's the dude from the wedding. That was that dude's.
No, it was a different.
It was his daughter's wedding.
It was a different dude.
It was.
Yeah, it was a different dude.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess I'm getting these dudes mixed up. But yeah. Anyway, Virgil gets my he gets my Ferris Bueller for not double tapping.
Nice.
Come on, dude.
It's a good one.
You gotta double check that.
Yep.
Next award we have is our fit check. So who gets your fit check? Best or worst? There's some raggedy fits.
Yeah. Too. Yeah. No, you're right. I gave it to a best, and it's honestly just something that I liked when I saw it. I gave it to the young nun that shows Willa around like their compound or whatever, and she got like a regular nun fit. They all got the nun fit. They're all like pretending to be nuns and growing weed and stuff, right? Yeah. So she got the regular nun fit, but she got a pair of Timbs on with it. And I was like,
oh, I didn't even catch that.
It was hard. Yeah, it was kind of tough because I was just like, like they're obviously like they're pretending to do this, right? So like it's just she's wearing this because she has to pretend, but like she adds her own little flair to it just with a pair of Timbs. I was like, it's tough.
No, that is tight. I didn't even catch that, to be honest. I didn't realize she was wearing Timbs, because at first when you said the nuns, I'm like, were they not just wearing nun stuff? I was like, what did I miss here? Which nun is he talking about? But the fact that she's wearing Timbs that's great.
A nun costume and Timbs, amazing. Yeah, love it.
I like that little added. That's another group that I didn't really talk about because we didn't really get much from them. But just the fact that like again in this world, there's just like these nuns that are known for growing weed.
Yeah,
like the dude at the convenience store even knew.
Well, that's like, oh yeah, that's the. Is it Jungle Pussy? Is that the one that she was part of the French 75, and then when Teyana Taylor's character ratted them out, they all went and like ran away. So she escaped, I guess, and developed this like nun group. So that's her.
Oh, that's her. Oh, okay. I didn't even realize that. I mean, yeah, it's been a long time, 16 years. You had a long time to develop that, but no, yeah, that's a good fit. I like the Tim's appreciation.
Yeah, I just liked it. I thought it worked well in that like you don't have a lot of room to like express yourself with a nun fit, so she found a way to do it. I liked it.
Nah, that's good. I like that. It's funny you mention Jungle Pussy because that's who got my fit check.
Okay.
She came through, and I think it was more so just the aura of the scene too. It's in the botched bank robbery. You know, she jumps up on the table. She got the long, like the big boots. She has her purse. She got a striped like dress, and then she also has like just the blue jacket on. She pulls down her mask, and she's like, "Get your nose in the carpet. This is what power looks like. See my face. She's like, this is like some set it off shit." And it also made me think of like Heat too. It's just like, I don't want your money. I was like, I don't care about your money. I'm just trying to like, you know what I mean? No, I'm not here to hurt you.
Right.
I just need your money. You know what I mean? Like that whole thing. So I gave it to her for that because I thought that was it was a dope scene. Just her being so like just out and about, like showing her face. I'm like, damn, that's ballsy.
Yeah.
And I was like, and she was in a dope fit for it too. So it goes to Jungle Pussy.
I like that. The name adds, that's part of the fit too, in the aura, Jungle Pussy.
Yeah.
But I mean, I wonder if that, like her jumping up on the counter and like having this whole speech was like a nod to Heat, because it's literally
Yeah, it
exactly
felt
what
like
happens. Yeah.
100%. I mean, a lot of people give little nods to Heat because that's like such a classic,
Yeah.
such a classic movie. But you know, I wonder about that. I also have like a funny anecdote to go with the whole Jungle Pussy thing, because I saw that. This is a quick story. I saw that Charlemagne the God did a screening for this movie,
Mm.
and he didn't see the movie yet. And she was there, and Paul Thomas Anderson was there, and he heard Paul Thomas Anderson call her Jungle Pussy, and he was like, "What did he just call that black woman?" And he's like, "I'm assuming her name is that in the movie."
Yeah.
At the time, I hadn't seen the movie.
It better be.
I was like, "Yeah, I was like, that's pretty wild." I was like, "Should I be throwing hands on Paul Thomas Anderson? Like, is he too comfortable?"
Yeah, that'd be
Like,
wild. That would be
that
wild.
would be wild. And that's another thing too. This movie's pretty black.
Oh yeah.
Like, not to
True.
put like, I don't have to put like a race on a movie, but like just like the characters in there and just like how like unapologetically black they are. Like it felt like, oh, this is interesting. I didn't expect it. And the fact it's just like Leo's love interest is a black woman. I think that's got to be a first. Besides
Yeah.
like Django, but that's a different kind of
True.
love
Yeah.
interest.
Yeah. True. Yeah, it's got to be a first. It's got to be.
But that was my fit
PTA
check.
is for the culture, man.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Next award we have is quote. So pretty self-explanatory. What was your favorite quote of the movie?
We mentioned it actually. I gave it to Lockjaw, and it's when he's waiting for the DNA test, and Willa says, "Why is your shirt so tight?"
Oh,
He
yeah.
just hits her. Well, I'm not a homosexual, if that's what you're asking. It just took me out. I was just not expecting it at all, and it made me laugh.
No, me neither.
It was great.
Oh, that was so hilarious. It was funny because like Ella was literally whispered to me. She's like, "Damn, shirt's so tight."
Oh,
like
seriously?
literally like 5 minutes before, I was like, "Yeah, it is a really tight shirt." I'm like, "Yeah, he's showing off the guns."
Yeah.
And then we get that Willa line, and she looked at me. I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, you're right. You're quick on it."
And it's
but
just
that's
like-
a great. No, that was.
And it's
hilarious.
just exactly who his character. So he fits right into the Christmas adventures, right? It's like that has nothing to
yeah.
do with anything. You know what I mean?
No,
She's
it
like, "Why is her shirt so tight?" Like, no, she wasn't asking if you're gay. What? Amazing.
No, I absolutely, I love that quote. It's hilarious. Mine, I actually kind of teased a little bit. Mine goes to the store worker. So it's when Lockjaw is talking to the guy and he's telling him about the nuns. He's like, "Oh yeah, the gather nuns, they sell weed." And then he asks him, "They got any weapons?" He's like, "I think they're vegetarian." And then we just sit in that for a couple seconds, and I'm just like, "What?" And then the scene changes. What's going on?
Oh my god.
What does it to do with any? I don't know what he thought. The question was, what is?
Do they have any weapon? Yeah, that doesn't sound like a meat or anything. Like, I
Yeah.
think they're vegetarian. Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, that's both of our quotes is just like a funny, stupid line.
Yeah.
Because that's what this movie is. It's just funny and stupid. It's incredible.
100%.
Love it.
Next award we have is our six man, aka our Peyton Pritchard Award. So who got? For those that don't know, it's an award that we go out to someone that showed out in their small role in the movie. And who gets your six man?
My six man is Dan Sheridan.
Okay,
I'm sure you know exactly who that is.
I do not know who that is.
He is the person who played Comrade Josh, who is the person on the other line on the other end of the phone with Leo. They're like just that back and forth was amazing.
Oh my goodness.
Just him with Bob on the phone, like, "What time is it?" He's like, "Look, man, I don't know the code. Like I
Yeah.
gave you like 3/4 of the code. Like, come on, man. It's me. It's Rocket Man. I'm Bob
Yeah.
Ferguson. Like, come on, man. He's like, I can't tell you the location unless you tell me what time it is. Like, just their whole back and forth was amazing. And then when he even like asked for the manager or whatever, and he comes in and he's like, okay, I got one more question for you. Like, what's my, and then he's like, no, I'm not gonna know it. I don't know the codes. He's like, no, you're gonna know this one. What's my favorite pussy? He's like, Mexican hairless, like right off.
Yeah.
And then right after that, okay, so now where's the meetup? It's in a safe house between stolen land here and there. And it's like, all right, man, we get it.
Yeah.
Like this whole left wing thing. This is what I mean. Like he's making fun of the left as well. He's just like, I
Yeah.
get it, man. Like, yes, indigenous people have had their stolen land. I'm just trying to find
Yeah.
my daughter right here, man.
Yeah,
Help me
exactly.
out. I just loved it.
No, I'm calling in a Greyhawk 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like,
Exactly.
she's like, I got him. Got his ass.
So good. Oh my God.
So good, man. Oh my God. Hey, Leo's reaction was so good. He was just like freaking
Yeah.
out on the phone. He's like, clearly you don't have a child, man. Like, I'm trying to find my
Yeah.
daughter. Just give me the damn coordinates.
And he just has the dumbest fit on. He's got these big ass sunglasses, a robe, and like a tuca. He looked like a moron. He's just freaking out on the phone. And while Del Toro's just like in front of him drinking a beer, like calm as hell.
Yeah.
Like this scene is amazing. This is just great stuff.
No, it's great. It really is. And even just Del Toro has that little line too. He's like, what time is it? He just says it's 8:15.
Yeah.
He just throws that in there.
So good.
No, that's a great. No, that was a great back and forth. That's a great 6-man.
Yeah.
I like that.
Who's yours?
Mine, I went with the assassin, and it was more of just like the route of like the guy that Lockjaw passed Willa to, and he's the guy that said like, I don't kill kids.
One? Okay.
Yeah, the indigenous one. And like I just gave it to him just because of his impact on the movie. Like he had such a small role in the movie, but what he did changed the whole complexion of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like him deciding to come back and then just popping all those dudes. It's like it kind of makes you wonder. Like I was thinking, like, what's this guy's story? Like, did he kill a kid in the past and like now I don't kill kids anymore or something? Like, what was it about Willa? Because this guy's so used to killing people, and like, why is that his code that I don't kill? So I just thought that character was interesting that he did that, and then he ended up dying too.
Yeah.
But like that sparked the whole chain of events that led us to the ending of the movie. So like his small part had such a big impact on the rest of the movie. So I gave him a 6-man for that.
I like it. I like the shadow. Also, he's like the most skilled tracker, right? Like the one there's a funny line. It's in the scene in the basement at that meetup with the Christmas adventures where he's like, yeah, this guy, he's great, but he's an Indian. He could tell you how much change the guy had in his pocket from a footprint, but I wouldn't trust him for nothing. It's like, what?
Yeah.
Like, but that's a bar. You can tell how much change is in
bar.
pocket. Obviously, that's maybe some exaggeration, but like,
yeah,
he's great at his job. He
He
found
100%.
everybody that he had to. But that's also a good point of like, I wonder what his story is. There's something there.
Oh, 100%. Part of it was also wondering too, like, well, I guess his plan wasn't he wasn't gonna die. Because I was like, why didn't he just give Willa the keys and be like, yo, I'll set you free, versus doing the whole, I'm gonna like get these guys and she have to come back. But I don't think he planned on dying.
No, I think.
But it kind of was a suicide mission.
Yeah, he just realized like, no, these guys are pieces of shit. They should die. And like you 100%. Said, he kills people for a living. He's used to this, so he's just like, bad people, and I can kill them. Why not?
Yeah, true. Second last award that we have is the best scene. So I'm curious to hear what your best scene was. I don't know if you kind of showed your hand a little bit earlier.
Oh, totally. Yeah. I mean, it ties to one of my 3 moments of PTA in his bag.
Yeah.
It's Bob and Sensei in his apartment. And it's like Bob on the phone. Like the same with like we were talking about with my 6-man. Like I kind of doubled down in this scene on the awards, but like I just loved it so much. It was so funny. Sensei was so cool, just organizing everyone to get in the tunnel. So like Bob being so wiry and Sensei being so calm. Like when Bob's trying to plug his phone in, you talked about it. It was just so bananas and so funny. And it just like there was like a few scenes that like were in the running for my best scene, but the one that what gave this the cherry on top, I guess, for this to be my best scene is literally just the end of the scene with him just like, fuck it, Viva la Revolution.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, he just goes for it. He starts running across the roof. I was like, yeah, I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Love it. Great ending.
No, that's great. And The little, like, as he pulls down the thing, the little carpet just rolling
Yeah,
over.
yeah,
We saw that in the trailer, but it's still just a little nice little touch on that scene.
exactly.
It's a great scene.
Yeah,
There's a lot of gold in that.
100%. I feel like the rewatch value on that one is just through the roof. I feel like
Oh,
there's a lot of
100%.
rewatch value on this movie. Haven't rewatched it, but
No, I agree.
I'm sure I will watch it again, and I think it's going to be a great one.
Oh, for sure. I was trying to snag an IMAX, like kind of like you have the Sinners one, and I got
Mm,
a couple. I got the one when I went to see like the long walk. I was like, oh, can I get a? Is there any chance I could get
a poster.
a one battle after another poster? But they didn't have any. I
So
was
you
like,
saw it in IMAX at least?
I did see it in IMAX,
Nice.
yeah. So I was something, but I guess I didn't see it because I saw it on the Saturday. Maybe it's only on the Fridays that when they
Oh, maybe.
give them away, or the Thursdays. I don't know. But I was thinking maybe have some leftovers, but they didn't. But great pick for a scene. I debated that. That was between that scene and my other scene, and I ended up going with the
Yeah,
driving
that's the other one.
scene at the
Yeah.
end. Yeah. And again, like the visual, it's just the visual, especially on the IMAX screen, right?
Mm,
Like you got to see obviously a bigger screen, but I still got to see an IMAX screen, and just the visual that we talked about, the intensity of it, and just seeing that it just covers up the whole screen, the whole road and everything, and just the, like I said, the intense moment with Willa and Bob. And I said I really like the lockjaw Michael Myers moments with the quote, the note that I put here, him with his. It was a perfect build too of like them foreshadowing, because they showed that walk like the whole movie, and
mm,
like it was like purposely like they pulled back so you could see his whole gait of him, like he does a little swag walk, and just to have it build to get that walk of
yeah.
like now he's not dead, and you get to see him doing the walk with his face all half blooded. I'm like, this is insane.
Yeah.
I just thought it was a perfect way to like wrap up that whole scene, and yeah, that's my best scene.
Yeah, you're right. It was for me. It was between that and mine. That's like
Yeah.
it's absolute cinema. Like just the suspense like that I was feeling through and that scene. I mean, throughout the whole movie, you just have no idea what's coming next, and
Mhm.
but it happened. Everything's moving so quickly that you don't really have time to like sit in that suspense. Whereas this one, we get
Yeah.
like 30 seconds of just like going up and down hills. And you're just like,
Yeah.
where is something going to pop up? What's Willa going to do? And then she comes up with the idea of, okay, I'm going to get over this hill and then slam on the brakes. Like, genius.
Yeah.
And then when Bob enters the scene, there's still a couple seconds where we're just like, are they going to work together or something? You just have no idea what's going to happen next. Like you said, when Bob pulls up and she might shoot him, we don't know. Terminator walk, just absolute cinema.
No, it was great. Last but certainly not least is the MVP. So who gets the MVP for you, Scott?
I had a tough one on this one too because there's a lot of great
Yeah,
performances.
same. So did I.
There's a lot of great elements in this movie that you can show some love to, but I just went with the blanket, I guess, answer of PTA getting my
Okay.
MVP award. I mean, he wrote it, directed it, and like the characters are super great. The direction was super great. Like literally the writing and the direction was great. And those are the two things that he
Mhm.
did. And it's such a fun story with crazy characters, the consistent tone that we talked about. And I think it's also not too much parody. We talked about like
Yeah.
you could easily go a little too far. He did a good job of making both sides, like we said, and like even making a little point of the corruption just with the Christmas adventures themselves, but also that moment like when the military like sends their own guy into the protest to like throw the Molotov cocktail and like start the whole fight and everything. Just like a little nugget for him to be like, like just keep an eye out on like what's going on in these kind of situations and
Yeah.
things like that is just the there's three specific moments of him in his bag. Like that's my
Yeah.
whole thing for this episode.
Yeah.
He was cooking. He was in his bag, and he's my MVP.
No, it's a great pick. I struggled with it too because like there's a lot of elements you could go with. Like we talked about the score, we talked about different characters' performances and how great they were. So like there never necessarily is a wrong answer because these are our awards. So
Yeah,
you can literally give it to whoever you want. But when there's just so much good in a movie, sometimes it's hard. It's like, I feel bad not giving to this guy. We cherish these awards seriously. That's why
100%.
we struggle with them. It's like, this is hard. But I end up going with Sean Penn.
I thought about it. He was great.
Yeah, and it's just because we talked about it too. It's just the way he had his own walk. Like the fact that we identified a walk to a character
Yeah.
in the movie, it really means they was memorable. The way, like you mentioned it too, and I had it written, like the way he moves his face, the way he speaks. Like we did the imitation. He's like, I'm not homosexual.
I'm not
You know what I mean? Just like, yeah, exactly. Like you're just so great. And one thing that I love too is it's just the absurdity of the character of just like him screaming like I love black women to Bob
Yeah.
in the supermarket. It's like goofy stuff like that. And then even the way he combed his hair killed me. I don't know if you remember that when he was going into elevator. He took the comb, put the whole thing in his mouth.
Yeah.
and then combing over that little nasty piece of hair.
Yeah.
On top
Stupid
of
ass haircut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just so great, man. And there's a small part of you that is sad a little bit when he's gone.
Oh yeah.
When he gets gassed, and that to me, he's just a horrible person. But a little part of me is like, damn, they got him, and I'm like, damn, like he got me because I'm upset that he's supposed to be a piece of crap character, but like I'm a little upset that he didn't make it in the end.
But hey, maybe he did. Maybe that was all a decoy, and we'll see that stupid walk, or his DNA still lives in Willa. Maybe her next generation, if she has a son, will be like him.
Lockjaw Jr.
Exactly. Exactly.
Maybe. But yeah, I ended up giving. I was tough for me because it was between Leo was great in this movie too.
For
So
sure.
I honestly think it's one of his better performances. And I wasn't sure anyone was gonna pick that when I asked like what's Leo's best performance because it's just so fresh and you gotta to let some time pass. But I think as time goes forward and looking back, I think this will be up there, at least in top. He's got a lot of great performances, but I can see this being like in his top 5.
Yeah, because I think Leo in this performance, anyways, did something that he hasn't really done much, where he was way more like funny and loose. Like he's very much been very dramatic and intense. Even
for sure.
Even in like The Wolf of Wall Street, like he's funny, but he's funny in just his intensity. Like he's just a very crazy dude. Whereas this one, he's not really crazy. He's just an idiot. And we haven't really seen. I guess you did make the point.
Once Upon a Time.
Yeah, I was just about to say,
closest. I think
you made the point of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and he's kind of like that in that one too. But this one is like for the entire movie. This is what he is.
Yeah.
So I think he was great as well. But Sean Penn, like that's why I gave him some love too with my quote. I was like, I can't give him no award. He was just fantastic in this movie. But great pick for the MVP.
Yeah, thank you. And that's it. No certifies this week. We're a little rusty. We had some time apart.
That's right.
So
I was gone for a couple weeks. You know, we were a little rusty. Don't worry. Next week we'll be back on track.
But no, that ends the Filmies. I don't know if you have any other things you want to say in the.
No, I mean, great movie. I'm glad we're a little late to the party, but we got the episode, and I'm glad you liked it too. Hopefully you guys liked it, the film family. Hopefully you liked the episode. Thank you for listening. We really appreciate it. If you did like the episode, be sure to leave us a review. 1 star after another until you get to 5.
I like
and
that.
Then that's,
I like that.
And then that's the max. So be sure to check us out on Instagram, TikTok at the Film Room Pod. We are on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, Film Room Podcast. Check us out. Dion, what do you got for the end of the episode? We will see you next week. Goodbye. But Dion, take it away.
I want you to remember confidence and God damn it, Viva la Revolution!
Let's go.
And peace out.
Peace out.